In this video we're going to be looking at customers, customer groups and band IPs. So to do that we need to go to sales, and down here on customers, first one we go to is the customers again here. Now here we can see our customer, Paul Keaveney, and their email address and their customer group, which is just the default as we don't have any other customer group set up just yet. The status of this customer is enabled and they are approved, and this is the IP address from which the customer created the account. IP stands for Internet Protocol, or it's basically your computer's, in this case the customer's computer's numerical address. And then we have the date added here. Now we can log into the store as our customer by dropping down here and selecting from the store down here. As I've only got one store set up, it's the default store, I can click here on the default and this brings me straight over to my account. So effectively now I'm logged in as the customer and I can process orders and basically look at everything here as my customer would look at it. So let me just go back. Now we can also edit our customer's details by clicking edit here. And here we can edit the name, email, etc. We can change our customer's password. Now our customer, when they sign up and enter the password, we don't get to see the password that our customer has entered, so all we see is a little line of dots here. But if our customer was having difficulty changing their password for some reason, they shouldn't have, because they can do this automatically, but for some reason if they contacted you and you needed to change their password, you would change it here. Next we can look at their address, and we can also add another address here for your customer, example for shipping or something like that. Also we can go to the history tab here and look at our history of our customers' orders. There's none here at the moment. We can look at the transactions. We can add a transaction here for our customer. We can look at the customer's reward points and we can add reward points here. And finally we can just look at their IP address that they've logged into the account from. So as you can see here, I've a dynamic IP address, so I've logged into the account from all these IP addresses. From here, if we had a problem with our customer abusing our system for some reason or another and overloading our server, we can ban the IP by clicking here on this add ban IP. Again, like anything else, when we've made any changes, we simply click up here, save. Now next we're going to go and look at customer groups. So we go to sales, customers and customer groups. At the moment we've only got the default set up, which is for my retail store, so we can just click here and edit. The customer group name is the default. We can change this group name to whatever we want here. We can give it a description, and down here then we have approve new customers. So customers must be approved by the administration before they can log in. If this is clicked yes here, then it'll be prohibitive to people automating a sale, an instant sale, if they have to be approved before they can buy anything. But there are certain types of situations where this would be relevant, for instance wholesale stores or something like that. Again, for wholesale stores, the display company number, you would want to be displaying your company number field here for your potential wholesale customer to enter, and the company number required. Again, just if it's retail, this is something you'd probably just leave it set at no, but if it's for wholesale, for instance, you'd probably set this at yes. And likewise again with the display tax ID, if it's for wholesale, you'd probably click yes on this one here. And likewise again with the tax ID required, yes or no again. And then you can give this a sort order. Just leave this at 1 for now. And like everything else, again, any changes, simply click save. Next we're going to have a look at the band IPs. So we go to sales, customers and band IPs. Now at the moment there's no band IPs here, but if there were, we can look at them from within here. We can add an IP to the band list here by simply clicking insert, entering the IP and clicking the save button up here on the right hand side. So now I'm just going to go back and set up a wholesale account. To do that, I'm going to go to Sales, Customers and Customer Groups again, and I'm going to click Insert up here on the right hand side, and I'm going to call this customer group name here Wholesale, and I'm just going to paste in that again here as the description. And on the approve new customers, I'm going to click yes here, because we want to actually manually approve those wholesale customers. Unless we were just a dedicated wholesale site, maybe we might just leave this at no if we were. And yes, we want to display the company number field for our wholesale customers, but in their company number. This will just help us to validate that they're genuine wholesale customers. And we can click yes here or no if we want to make it mandatory that they have to have a company number to deal with us. And again, down here with the display tax ID, we can click yes or no here to display the field for their tax ID, and we can make this a required field down here, yes or no. So we leave this as yes. Now we're going to make this a sort order of 2, as our default customer group is our retail customers, and that's a sort order of 1. And next we just click Save. Now we'll just go over to our storefront and just show you what it's like to register. So your customer will come along and either continue through the site making a purchase, and upon making the purchase they would be required to either log in or create an account. Otherwise they can just create an account without making a purchase. Up here on the top right hand side, if they click create an account, they're asked for some mandatory fields then here. Their mandatory fields are marked with a red asterisk, so first name, last name, email, telephone, they're all required. Now I'll just scroll down here a little bit to the address here, and we can see here the company box is displayed, and then the business type here is retail and wholesale. Now this is the default one here, retail. I've just renamed it to retail. So your customer normally would just leave the retail one here. If it was somebody looking to create a wholesale account, for instance, they would click here on the wholesale, and then the company ID field would open up here. Now the tax ID field again is required, so they have to put that in here. Likewise with their address, city, county, region, etc., and also their password. So now I'm just going to create a wholesale account just to show you what it would look like when it comes to us on the back end of the store. So when we log in, we'll see here that we have a customers waiting approval and 1 customers waiting approval. So we go to sales and customers and click over here on the customers, and we can look here under our approved field, and we see here's the one that's not approved. So we see the name, their email address, the type of customer group that they've registered for, which is wholesale, and the date they've registered, and also their IP address. Now an action we can do from here again is we can drop this down and we can go to the store as if we were them by clicking here on the default. Now just to approve this customer, we would tick this box here on the left hand side, then up here on the right hand side we would click approve. And now we've approved 1 account, and here under the approved column we can see it's selected as yes. But normally before you would just approve a wholesale account, it might be good practice to actually click over here on the edit and go in and satisfy yourself as to the legitimacy of the wholesale customer, just by checking their details here. And if you weren't satisfied that you wanted this person to become a wholesale customer, you can actually change their account down here to the retail customer or whatever other customer groups you like. Then, like anything again, you will go up here to the right hand side and click on the save button up here. But just before I do that, I just wanted to show you a little anomaly here. Because I'm using Chrome browser, the field here for the fax gets my login details, because I've saved them for my login details for my account here. So my username for my account and my password gets put in here to this password field. So we have to delete the password field here, and maybe also just delete the admin out of here, and then click up here on the right hand side, save.